and welcome to Feed Your Brain. I am your host, Andrea Paratto. As caregivers, how much do we know about our family member, patients, and clients? Do we know all their rituals? How much insight do we have into their daily routines? I am joined today by Jean Makesh, CEO of the Lantern Group. Hi, Jean. How are you today?
Hi, Andrea. I'm very good. How about you?
I'm good. I think we are going to discuss a little bit about rituals today. And I was wondering, why is a complete understanding of an individual's rituals vital in developing and establishing an effective care and treatment plan?
Thank you. Thank you for the question. See, we as humans, we all have a ritual. We all have a routine, and
Yes.
I call it a ritual. A routine that we follow every single day.
Every
single day. When you get up in the morning, the way you roll out of bed or the way you wake up, you follow a certain pattern.
Yes.
Right after you get out of bed, then you do the next thing. It can be you walking to the bathroom, going to the kitchen, whatever it may be, walking to your closet, whatever it may be. So you and I, every one of us have a routine. I call it ritual. And it is important for us to actually go through that ritual every single day. If there's a breakdown in that sequence of things that we do on a daily basis, it actually frustrates us. It does, even without us knowing. If there's a simple distraction, it frustrates you. It frustrates me. I shouldn't say you. Frustrates me.
Oh, it frustrates me. It's okay.
So we have a certain way of doing things. It's very important for us to understand that. Now, number one, we have to understand what our rituals are. So one of the things I would ask our caregivers is to, ask yourself what your ritual is and what would happen to you, how you would feel if someone, puts a crack on that ritual, breaks that ritual, and how you would respond and how you would react. So now let's look at our seniors, our elderly that have Alzheimer's disease. They also have a ritual. They also have a routine that they've been doing since, 10 years of age, 20 years of age. They've been doing for 50, 60 years. 50, 60 years. And for us to have a certain desired outcome, we have to go through those rituals. It's, a friend of mine, I'll give you an example. She was telling me the other day that before she goes to bed, she would, take her makeup off, take it down, and then she would lotion up. She would apply a certain type of lotion before going to bed, and that really helps her to sleep. One night she was late from work and she was exhausted. She was tired, and she went directly to bed. She was so exhausted, she just wanted to go to bed. And she was telling me that she was having a difficult time going to sleep. Even though she was exhausted, even though she was tired, she was unable to sleep. She had to get up and go through her routine, go do the ritual that she does every single night. And after she did what she does every single night, that really helped her to go to bed. Boom, right away. So I think there's a reason why we follow the ritual, because I think there is an outcome that we accomplish. There's always an outcome at the end of the sequence of events that we go through. Now let's look at our seniors. They have rituals.
Mm-hmm.
They follow a pattern. So do we know their ritual? Before they go to bed, what is that they did? What did they do to prepare themselves to go to bed? Do we know that?
Good question.
Do we know what they did after they wake up in the morning? See, in our communities, in a nursing home or a care facility or an assisted living, independent living, what we do is, as caregivers, we try to be as efficient as possible, as helpful as possible, as effective as possible. And I think sometimes we impose our routine and we try to influence their life the way they should live based on the routine that we like to follow. Again, we're trying to do that for a good reason, for the benefit of the larger good in the community. So let's say that if I was you, let's say that you're a caregiver and you are caring for me, and I'm in your community, and the way I woke up was I always rolled to my right. I never rolled to my left. To me, rolling to the left is not a good thing. I always roll to my right. That's my dominant side. I roll to my right. I get up. And one of the things I do is right away, the first thing I do is I pray. And then I read a small passage for the Bible. Then I would walk up to the bathroom. So that's my routine. Now, let's assume that I have Alzheimer's disease and I'm your client, I'm your patient, and you as a provider, as a caregiver. If you didn't know the routine, and you've got half hour to get me ready, or maybe an hour to get me ready and get me to breakfast. Okay. So you come into my room and you say, Mr. Makesh, hi, good morning, time to wake up. And if you try to roll me on the left side of the bed, that is not going to go well that morning. Okay, but see, that's again a muscle memory. Things that I've did for 30, 40, 50 years, that is part of a muscle memory. So when you force me to wake me up or roll me on the left side of the bed, I'm going to be a little grumpy. I'm not going to cooperate.
Gives new meaning to getting up on the right side of the bed.
Exactly. Then let's say that, you're trying to help me and you say, Jean, it's time to, brush your teeth. And then you walk me to the bathroom. See, the thing is, I always prayed. I always read a passage from the Bible. And then I would walk to the bathroom. But when you take that portion of the routine away from me, not knowing what I did early in the morning, then I'm not going to cooperate. So when I don't cooperate, now I can be seen as someone who is uncooperative, who could be aggressive and easily agitated. Okay. Let's say that you're able to get me to the bathroom. Now you should know how I apply my toothpaste on my toothbrush. Now see, the way I do is, first of all, I floss. Then I clean my tongue with the tongue cleaner. Then I would take the toothpaste, apply it on my toothbrush, and start brushing my teeth. Now, if you discount the flossing and the tongue cleaning in the process, I'm gonna challenge you, or I'm gonna fight you when it comes to brushing my teeth. So before I brush my teeth, let's say if I have to shave, what I would do is I would take the shaving cream, I would let my face soak on it, apply it, soak on it, then I would brush my teeth, then I would shave. But now, if you bypass that shaving the lather process, you're gonna have a tough time. I'm not gonna cooperate. You're gonna have a tough time getting me to participate. So I think that understanding the seniors ritual is very, very important. I think one of the things I would ask you, Andrea, is, kind of like sit down, take a pencil and a paper, and try to write your ritual every single day, the steps you go through. And I think I can comfortably say that there's a very good chance that 97% of the time you actually follow the same routine.
I would say I probably do. And I would say that this also probably happens often when we bring our loved ones into our home to care for them. And then we impose what is our normal routine on their lives. And then it becomes difficult to care for them.
Yeah.
Because they're not in their ritual and routine.
Yeah, true.
So do you think that these routines and rituals are significant to one's daily lives when you're living with Alzheimer's disease?
I think so. I think it's very, very important because number one, if you understand my ritual, then I participate better in any activities of daily living. So if I don't follow the routine that I did, again, the routine is also a pattern that my brain have registered, and that doesn't go away fast. Even with Alzheimer's disease, I tend to follow that pattern. And let's say that if I don't cooperate with you, with brushing my teeth or shaving or dressing, then there's a good chance that you think that I need help and you would refer me to therapy.
Yes.
Right? In
Yes.
reality, I don't need help. It's just that you may have distracted me from my routine. And if you put me back in my routine, there's a good chance that I would do what I'm supposed to do that morning. So I think it's very relevant. Same thing with having breakfast and lunch and dinner. I like my cup of coffee a certain way, placed on the table a certain way. My spoon and fork a certain way. And I know that I know a lot of my friends who like to eat dessert first now.
Oh.
Then even jump before they would try the entree. There's no way you would actually can get me to have dessert first. No way. To me, it has to be soup, salad, entree. And I'm not a big dessert eater because even though I love chocolates, I have conditioned my body not to eat chocolates or anything sugary. So I may not eat the dessert. There's a way that I always place my orange juice on my right side. I don't put it on my left. My cup of coffee is always ahead in the front of the plate. I always reach forward. So if the cup of coffee is to the right, that really could annoy me and frustrate me. And later on, if the food that I'm tasting and I've lost my taste buds, I cannot taste the food. And even though the food is delicious visually, it's not tasting good. Now my coffee's on the right side, which annoys me. Now the food is not tasting good, further annoys me.
Wow.
So little stuff does matter. And so it's important. It's really important to know one's habit, routine. And I think before we care someone with Alzheimer's disease, I really think that we have to understand their routine, their rituals. And sometimes it's not practical or possible for adult children to know their parents' routines or rituals.
I wouldn't know mine. Not from start to finish.
There you go. Yes, absolutely. And for even my children, like for example, right? I mean, they're not in my bedroom when I'm getting up in the morning.
Right.
They wouldn't know exactly what I do.
No.
When we're traveling and we're staying in a hotel room or on a home, they may have some insight into what we do.
Yeah, but not the personal things,
Exactly.
Those personal routines that we establish over all those years. Not many people will know those.
No, they wouldn't. So it's definitely challenging to gather that information during an assessment. But I think if you're not able to do it the first day, I would continue. I'll not give up. I'll continue to seek that information, for at least a few months. Because there's in bits and pieces, you'll get information that you actually can, that can solve the puzzle that you're working, to solve. So over time, I think you'll be able to gather some information. In my mind, I think rituals are very important.
I think rituals are very important as well. And now I feel like we should all write down our rituals. So when our future comes, people know exactly how we need to be cared for. So thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks for having me.